Welcome. This video is over Test 2-1 review for pre-AP students. Please watch this video in order to be above average grade-wise compared to your classmates. So look at the graph below. Name two ordered pairs in the shaded region. How do you know? So let me get my... So shaded, this is a darker area. Well, you can name it. So I tried 4, 6. So here's the origin. So you always start at the origin, then you go horizontal, the x-axis, you either go left, negative, or right, positive. Then you go above, positive, or below. Then you do vertical. So here it says I try go 4 to the right, 6 is above. Yep, that is in the shaded region. And then here's the origin, go to -3, 8 above. That is in the um, shaded region. Number 2, if 45 is multiplied by m, which is one of these numbers, which value will give me a product that's less than 45? Let's think about it. If I multiply by 3 halves, here's a half. That is more than 1 whole. That will give you more than you need. If you multiply by 3/10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that is finding part of the answer. B must be the answer. This is more than a whole, and this is more than a whole. But to check your work, if you don't trust me, 45, how do you write 45 as a fraction, or as a unit fraction? So over 1. 45 times 3 is 135. 1 times 10 is 10. That's 13 and 5/10, which is less than 45. Why did you pick this number? M has to be less than 1. Which statement is not true? So let's try. So let's see. They said A is not true. The result of dividing 18 by 1/3 is equivalent to 118 times 3. What the? What? That's completely wrong. Because you do the reciprocal of, you flip the second number, not the first number. So A is definitely not true. So if you would like to do the correct answer, is be 18, change the division to multiplication. The reciprocal of 1/3 is 3, so it should be 18 by 3. The rest are all true. Number 4, Kristin is making spaghetti for a party. Her recipe calls for 3/4 cups of tomato paste. If she needs to make 1.5 recipes, how much tomato paste will she use? So she's going to make this recipe one time and a half more. So she's making it 1.5 recipes. So that's multiplication. So what do we need to do with 1.5? You need to turn it to an improper fraction. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3/2. Then you multiply by 3/4 and get 9/8, which is a perfectly good answer. However, if it's a multiple choice, you may not see there. The closest one, the equivalent one, is 1 and 1/8, because 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9, so it's 9/8. So 9/8 is the same as saying 1 and 1/8. Number 5, Salty Pete Saltwater Taffy Shop sold 86 and 4/10 kilograms of saltwater taffy in the first 6 days of July. Each kilogram of taffy sold for $8.15. How much money did it make? First of all, you could, if I took away the decimal point, this is a multiply, because each kilogram costs $8.15. So 8.15, 8.15. Repeated addition is multiplication. If I took away the decimal point, you see 864 times 815. So you just multiply 864 by 815. So you just do regular multiplication. Notice that when you are multiplying by the 8, scratch, scratch, drop in 2 eggs. So you're multiplying by the hundreds place. So how many place values do I need to move the decimal point? 1, 2, 3. I jump it 3 places. That's why it's $704.16. To check your work, some kids estimate. There's a kid in one of the classes, not my student, but he does it 80, like 86 is like close to 90. 90 times 8 is like 720. Is this kind of close to 720? Yes. So he just estimate, then he figure out where the decimal point goes. That shows true understanding of decimals. Number 6, Tank has a board that's 6 2/3 feet long. He cuts the boards into equal pieces that are 5, 6 foot long. How many 5, 6 foot pieces can he cut from the board? So we're dividing this long board into smaller parts. So it's dividing. What do you need to do with this? Turn this mixed number to improper fraction. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 more is 23rd. Then you need to, how do you divide fractions again? Change the division to a multiplication. Do the reciprocal, flip the second number, 6, 5, and multiply. 20 times 6 is 120. 3 times 5, 15. What do you get when you divide 120 divided by 15? 15 goes in 120 8 times. The answer is 8. Number 7, the Transportation Department is resurfacing 8 and 4/10 miles of roadways in Navarro County. The crew completes work on a 3,500-mile section of roadway each hour. How many hours will it take to complete this resurfacing? Why do you say this is dividing? So they have to do all of these roads, 8 and 4/10 miles. Every hour they're doing this section, this section, this section, this section. Are we dividing it into different parts? We are. That's why it's dividing. So 8 and 4/10 divided by 3,500. Do you like working with decimals when you divide? I don't. I'd rather work with whole numbers. Do they have the same place values? This is the hundreds, this is 10. So we need to put an imaginary 0 right there. So so what place value are both of them in the hundreds times 100? So if you multiply by 100, you're literally moving the decimal 2 places over. So that's 35. 8 and 40 hundredths times 100 is 840. So you divide 840 by 35. The pattern for 35 is 35, 70, 105, 140. How many 35s go into 84? 2 times 70. Subtract it, you get 14. Bring down to 0. Oh, 140 is right here. It's the fourth number. It takes 24 hours. Some kids will write one day. Number 8. On a test, you must know how to regroup. 10 and 1/3 minus 6 1/2. So do they have a common denominator? No, it's 6. So how do you turn a 2 to a 6? Times 3. Sorry, so 6. What's the relationship from 1/2 to 6? Times 3. So that's 3, 6. What's the relationship from 3 to 6? Times 2. 2, 6. So we subtract this. So can we do 2, 6 minus 3, 6? No, we must do something called regrouping. So you take away from the 10, it becomes a 9. But how do you turn a 10 to a 9? You're taking away 1 from it. So some teachers teach it as 1 whole is equal to 6, 6. But other teachers that use to add a 6, the denominator to that, is 6, 6. 2 plus 6 is 8, 6. 8, 6 minus 3, 6 is 5, 6. 3 and 5, 6. I have other kids say, I don't like this way. I'm going to do it called the improper way. 30 and 1/3 is 90 1/3 minus 6 1/2. 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 is 13 halves. So we have to have a common denominator. What's the relationship? Times 3. That's 39. What's the relationship? Times 2. That's 182. So no regrouping, it's just regular subtraction. 182 minus 39. I have no idea, so we will find out. Can I take away 9 from 2? Nope, got to regroup. 7. This is 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. So it's 143, 6. Wait, I feel like there is a mistake here. 1 second. Let me see the improper way. So it's, hold up. Hold up. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Because I knew that was wrong because it did not match up to 3 and 5, 6. I do not know how to turn a mixed number to an improper fraction. I am so embarrassed. 10 times 3 is 30 plus 1, 31 third. Minus 6 times 2 is 12 plus 1 is 13 halves. I knew that one was getting a little too hard. What are the common denominators? 6. Let's look. The relationship is times 2, so that's 62, times 3, which is 39. So what is 62, 6 minus 39, 6? Regroup. 12 minus 9 is 3. 23, 6, which is the same thing as saying 3 and 5, 6. Number 8, another way to, oh, it's right here. Duh, I don't know. So I did all that work. I didn't realize it was the next screen. I did it already. So it's right here. So you can pause it and look at how I did it. So I did improper fraction. I know ways to turn into improper fraction. Number 9, we're almost done. A construction company orders the flooring for the kitchen and 3 bedrooms of a new house. The kitchen floor measures 48 square feet. Two bathrooms have floors that each measures 30 and a half. The third bathroom floor measures 42 and a half square feet. If the square tile costs $2.38 for each square foot, what is the amount of money the company spends on tile for all 3 bathrooms? Well, let's see how large each bathroom is. So 2 bathrooms have floors that each measures 30 and a half. So one bathroom is 30 and a half, another bathroom is 30 and a half. The third one must be the master bathroom. It's 42 and a half. If you add up all of these, it's 103 and 5/10, or 103 and a half square feet. But each square foot costs $2.38. Do you want to add this 103 times? No. Faster way of repeated addition is multiplication. So I multiply 1,035 times 238. Pretend there's no decimal. Multiply. How many places are behind here? 3 places. Jump it. 1, 2, 3. So it would cost $246.33. And last but not least, number 10, Brian has a collection of 220 baseball cards. He let his brother have 1/4 of his collection, and he sells 1/5 of his collection to the baseball card shop. Then he takes 15 cards to school to give to his friend. How many does he have left? All right, so let's see. Here's all his baseball cards, 220. He gives 1/4 of it to 1/4 of it, so you're giving part of it. When you're giving part of something, you're multiplying. So 1/4 times 221. 1 times 220 is 220. 4 times 1 is 4. If you divide this, you get 55. Then he sells 1/5 of his collection. So if I divide this into fifths now, this part right here, he's giving away to the school. So 1/5 times 220 over 1. 220 divided by 5 is 44. Then he gives 15 cards to the school. So he gave 55 to his brother, 44 to the school, 15 ink. So how many did he give away first of all? That's 114. 220 minus 114, he has 106 cards remained. So that is what you will need to know in order to be successful on test 2-1 PreAP. Good luck, guys or gals.